Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Irish Collegiate Esports live stream. Today we have the grand final of our Rainbow Six Siege tournament between UCC NetSoc Rebels and the WIT Vikings. It's going to be one hell of a matchup. I am joined by Nasparad.
Hello again.
And yeah, we're going to have a best of three. We are heading straight to the grand finals due to some complications in the bracket, but it's still going to be a banger of a grand final.
Yeah, it's going to be brilliant. WIT, now this is coming from another league, but both their Counter-Strike and Siege team have done extremely well to get this far, and especially considering UCC were the runners-up last season, I believe.
Yeah, they lost 2-1 to NCI in the last split of the split at the start of this year, but they're coming back for the championship.
Yeah, especially considering NCI is nowhere to be seen, so now might be their chance to run away with a championship while no one's looking. But unfortunately for them, they have to get through WIT first.
And we're just gonna hop into map bans so we can get this show on the road for you, of course. With and I believe there may be an issue with the map bans, so give us just a moment there.
Yeah, of course, this being a match from the knockout brackets, we will of course be moving to a best of three format as opposed to the best of two as we were doing in the group stages. So going to be what I believe ban pick ban pick. But way more, the important part is first teams both teams will be able to pick the first two maps played, one each, and then the third map is just the map that has slipped through the bans. So it'll be interesting to see that, and it'll be interesting, particularly for me coming from the Counter-Strike League. I'm not sure if the Valorant League has hit any map 3s, decider maps, but Counter-Strike
the grand final. The grand final did. The grand final of the Valorant tournament went to map 3, and TUD won it in a very, very close map 3. So
yeah, so fingers crossed we can see something similar here today. I haven't seen many map 3s at all from my end over at Counter-Strike. So let's see if Rainbow Six Siege is another game to do it. Yeah, if I had to put money down, and I'm not going to. Don't gamble, kids. But if I had to guess, I'm thinking Clubhouse, definitely. Clubhouse has just been a favorite across the tournament, so I have a feeling we'll be seeing that again, and possibly Cafe Dostoevsky, just because again it's another favorite map that everyone in the tournament seems to at least be vaguely comfortable enough to not ban it. So I have a feeling we'll see at least those two maps. Maybe Oregon for a decider.
yeah, we've just got into the map ban. So there was an issue with the map ban setup. One of the maps just didn't appear for on the overlay, so we just quickly restarted it. But we will be seeing I believe it is Consulate banned first. Theme Park followed up with getting banned by the WIT Vikings, and then first map being Villa, which we haven't seen at all.
Oh. Ruin my guessing. Why don't you pick a map that hasn't been played at all in the season or the series even?
Yeah, so it's going to be Villa and Cafe, and we're going to see the final two map bans come out, and then we're going to have to see what the decider is.
Come on, be Clubhouse. I need to be like, you get 2 out of 3 at least.
And I think there is another issue. It would be my night.
It's just Siege. Siege is just cursed.
There was just map ban just doesn't want to work for me today. I had this set up before the stream started, and it just doesn't want to input the right settings, so I have to just redo it one more time.
Well, still, who was it? Was it UCD who picked Villa there?
Yeah, if it seems like the map ban was set up wrong, because I reset it, so it's supposed to be ban. It's supposed to be 4 bans, 2 picks, and then whatever map is left over is the decider. But it was just Map ban just messed up and put them in the wrong order because it's a best of 3 and not a best of 2. So ban, pick. Yep, we should be set up and ready to go now.
Okay.
So just have to get the links to the teams again, and then we'll be good to start.
Yeah, well, let's see if that Villa pick survives. I'm going to be interested to see UCC pull a Villa pick. Maybe the secret weapon they've been holding in for the whole tournament. Unless it was played in an off-stream game, but I haven't seen many. I don't think I've seen any clips from Villa over the series, so it'll be fun to see on stream for the first time.
Now, do this over, and there we go. Now we have it right. So our first band is going to be Consulate, followed up by Theme Park by WIT. These were the 2 bands that were picked last time, so nothing has changed there. Now, will NetSoc choose to ban Villa once again? And yeah, there it is. Villa gets banned out. Unfortunately, we won't see Villa. We thought we were gonna see Villa, but it's not gonna happen. But map 1, once we see what WIT decides to ban, I think Coastline might be banned out here. I think we're gonna get, yeah, there it is. I think we're gonna get, and I think we're gonna get Club. Well, we're getting all 3 of these maps, but we don't know what order we're getting them in. I think Oregon might be the map that's left over. We're gonna get Clubhouse first, followed by Cafe, and then Oregon as our decider.
All is right in the world. I was 100% right. Feels good.
Yeah. Right. We're just getting the server set up, and then we'll be good to go.
Yeah, for anyone who wasn't bothered to pop in earlier and has only discovered us this week, welcome. You've caught the tail end of the Siege tournament at least. Just to catch you up, these 3 maps have been played constantly. Like Clubhouse, Cafe, Oregon, and I think Theme Park was basically the only other map that was played in the tournament, and that was only once or twice.
Coastline also made an appearance at one stage. But yeah, it's basically just been Oregon, Cafe, and Clubhouse.
So if that tells you anything, it tells you that these teams know what they're doing on these maps in particular, and should be well prepared to play against each other. Considering early in the group stages they would have played against each other previously. My only question is, how did that go? Will I dig up some old stats that are gathering dust on a browser somewhere?
Just need to get our players in, and then we should be good to go.
Do you have any favorites, Celtic?
WIT of course are new to the tournament, new to the ice scene, so it would imagine winning the tournament on your first time, but we just have to see whether they can actually pull it out of the bag. You know, UCC have more experience, they have been in ice before, so maybe maybe they're just better under pressure. We don't know. Obviously they lost to NCI last time, but maybe they've fixed that issue since then. So
would you like to know a bit of information which may complicate that very soft advocation for UCC? In their group stages game, WIT and UCC traded 1 map for 1 map.
Oh, okay.
So all the way back then, these 2 teams have been neck and neck.
And yeah, blue will be starting attack. I think we are now getting into... We should be just finishing up the preparations for this game, and we should be ready to go in just a moment. We're just waiting for the players to join in. But yeah, these 2 teams are very, very skilled at Siege, so we're gonna have to see how they actually fare. Obviously we've seen them earlier in the tournament, as you said, and it was a 1-1, so we never know. By any chance, do you know which maps were won? If not, it's fine.
unfortunately, they didn't end up on stream. We caught WT's game against TU Dublin, both TU Dublin teams. So unfortunately, we didn't get to stream that map in particular, so I don't have my notes for it. But I'm just gonna go out on a limb and guess probably maybe Clubhouse Cafe.
I would say it probably was.
I feel like that's a fair guess. The Americanism almost got you there. Yeah. The first map of the day was going to be Clubhouse, and I have a feeling we're going to be sitting up in the cache up in CCTV cache and down in the basement for an awful lot of the maps. So really, what it comes down to is being able to do the usual Siege thing of finding and execute and locking down the lurkers, preventing any kind of nasty last minute flanking that might spoil an attack or two. Something that the WT Vikings have managed to exploit in the past in their game against Maynooth. And on top of that, it's going to be about finding the right picks and pushing on them. At a level like this, like, you could just say bring the right ops, but bringing, say, Jackal to find lurkers isn't really going to work if the lurkers are going to win in the gunfight. So it's going to be really going to be down to bringing operators that these players are comfortable with and that suit the situation. I know from watching Maynooth play in the past, they would often substitute a hard breacher for a kind of off hard breacher like Maverick, and it would work very well for them just because their team just because they were prepared to use Maverick's strengths. So it'd be fun to see how everyone decides to how the operator lineup turns out, especially regarding which hard breach characters are taken. I mean, generally you're going to go for Thermite, but
I completely forgot, and I just remember now. So of course, with the new update just after coming out, the new operator is going to be banned for this tournament anyway. Obviously will be available next split, but Tachanka is now available. Yeah, Tachanka is now available for play. So will we see the new and improved Tachanka just be busted out here? Is what I'm interested in seeing. But of course, it being a grand final, being a grand final, you don't really want to leave it up to risk. So if you're not practiced on the new Tachanka, of course you don't want to risk it. But
hey, Tachanka, Smoke, a couple of the trap characters, Frost, Kapkan, that could be a pretty scary team, if anything, just because you can make the attackers regret pushing the wrong angle for like a minute and a half or something altogether.
Yep, and we're just waiting for the all clear from the two captains. Cubed and Capsock, I believe, that are our captains for tonight. Capsock on the side of WIT and Cubed on the side of UC. And it seems like the teams are ready to go, so we will be hopping into our first match here.
Here we go, map 1 of the finals. I'm guessing that the shield ops are getting banned because no one has played a shield op this whole tournament. Let's see. Montagna, Clash, Thatcher, instabans.
I definitely think Thatcher's getting banned, 100%.
Oh yeah.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah, there you go. There you
go. Followed swiftly by a Monty. I'd say it's Monty. I don't think there's anyone currently attack side that is overly, like that you can't maneuver around. Where okay, Maverick.
Okay, all right.
I thought, okay, so we were wrong. Monty, for the first time ever on an ice stream, is left unbanned.
Well, who was it who said it was their main? couldn't have been pulled from MU, was it?
It's I don't remember off the top of my head.
Definitely not. I vaguely remember.
Kaner mains. Yeah, Kaner mains. Monty, I think, and he never gets to play him.
Everyone's too scared of him.
Well, when you have 250 hours on a character.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see some expertise coming out of that. All right. Yeah, there you go. Well, okay. Some things remain sane and logical. Thatcher Clash, at least we saw that coming. Maverick is, I want to say, an interesting ban, but it may just be a comfort ban, to be honest. I mean,
it's either a comfort or a target ban, depending on whether these teams have done their research against the enemy team, and really, it also depends on because I do think they played Clubhouse in their last matchup, so maybe. We never know. Maybe Maverick was one of the big players on that match. We didn't get to stream it, so we don't know. But it could be a thing that, you know, they played against the Maverick and it just wasn't. They just couldn't find a counter for it. So rather than having to fight it again, it's just ban it out and get it away from them. But we're gonna see a 6-pick off the Vigil to Ashe on Cube. The new and improved Ashe. She no longer has her flashbangs. She has one more of her breaching grenade. And I believe she was given Claymore, I think, off the top of my head. I don't have the patch notes open.
I vaguely remember, I think there was a note in the patch notes saying that they thought that this would make Ashe players slow down and consider their plays more because they have an extra breaching charge. And I don't want to be a pessimist, UB, but telling the Ashe mains to let go of shift is a problem larger than one breach grenade. Yeah, there you go. You can see Fallen Leaf on the Vigil already heading over towards the L corridor there to prepare the entire top floor rather than just defending the money cash room, which can be a good way to lock down the map and stop attacks coming in from the construction window there that he's passing at the moment. If anything, just because you got a bit of a two-front defense going on.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
We're going to see some pressure over towards Garage early on, just to try to scout out. Obviously, they've droned it out, so they just need to start making their entry into the building. We'll see Fallen Leaf on the Vigil. So, we're going to see. He is playing far over the far side of that top floor, so he may be able to catch someone off guard if they decide to go over that way, but we're going to see... we're going to see some early damage onto Caps Lock, and he's going to go down to Kaukai.
That's a very good early pick, taking out the bandit, preventing any more bandit tricking, and with that they've managed to tear open the CCTV wall, which is brilliant progress for them. I think that may have been Perfon who went down below and shot a concussion or a explosive grenade from Zophia's grenade launcher up to try and break the bandit battery just in time.
Ooh,
Perfon find one on the ninja.
Perfon and Kaukai find 2 more kills. They're just picking them off one by one just from the outside of the bomb sites. Fallen Leaf now rotating back over to the site, trying to see if he can spot out any players that are starting to push up. He did spot one move across. And that Capitao smoke is going to start coming out. The wall is going to get breached. Doesn't see Kaukai, and he's going to get him again.
Flanked on all sides. Perfon was out the window as well. He basically put himself into a perfect checkmate for the Netzlock Rebels. But Reimer here to stop the plan and disarm it. Look at that. He's managed to get 2 kills into Neuro and Rickery, but unfortunately Cubed is there to trade, as was the rest of the entire UCC team.
Yeah, that was a great round there for Kaukai, finding 3 on his own. And of course, followed up by the rest of his team. Reimer obviously would have had to get an ace to be able to take that round back, but it's only 1 round, you know. So adjustments will be there. He was a rook with a dream. He could have done it.
Oh,
just the body armor just gotta save him. let him get that ace. But we're going to see, once again, the Twitch 6-pick to the Ashe. We're going to see Cube to pick that up once again.
No 6-picks. There's no 6-picks coming up from WIT, which, I mean, you don't have to use it, and you can probably guess Cube's 6th pick now. He's done it once. You know, eventually they're going to have to start seeing it coming that, you know, whatever character Cube picks is just not going to be that character and is in fact going to be an Ashe.
Well, if we actually look at the squad for UCC, you'll notice that they're not running many gadgets. So that Twitch could have been to try bait out a Mute. You know, because Mute really wouldn't play well into the current UCC lineup, especially with Ashe and Capitao. The only person that it really negates is their hard breachers, but that's not too big into you know, an Ashe who can easily take down the jammers, and that Twitch 6-bit just gets more value with a Mute on the side of WIT.
That's fair. And between Cubed and Perfon on Ashe and Sophia, they have a good bit of a nice contact explosives to get rid of the bandit batteries from above or below. So it's all just a matter of getting in position. And given the fact that there's 2 of them, you know, that's one of them's gonna get in. Is my point. And I have a feeling we're going to see a very similar take once again from the Netzlock Rebels. Just a matter of waiting for players to get into position for the explosives, and then Kyokai. Yeah, there we go. Batteries down. I don't think Caps is even going to play for the juggling now.
Yeah, look at the placement of Kaokai's water breaches as well. He places them halfway down the wall at both sides to open up very, very specific angles into the B-bomb site.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Without betraying his position too much, but especially given that pillar on the roof that he's able to hide behind. And yeah, he's able to just kind of slice the site in 2. He's a server Rex to cover himself. That's much better than just opening the hatch or just opening the wall as you would get if you were playing Thermite. Whereas the gun battles have gone entirely the way of UCC so far. It's a 2-2 trade, but the amount of map control that those kills have gotten them, they have control of Garage. It's just a matter of slipping past this last line of defense into that server room with the diffuser to get it planted. Well, it is sitting on Kyokai at the moment too. Isn't in Garage, but oh, the C4 could be big, and Ninja throws it over, and he won't get the kill. In fact, Rickery will be able to find Fallen Leaf in Red Corridor, putting the man advantage in favor of UCC. And I think below there, Capslock was sneaking into Garage.
Yeah, he's watching the cross, but they went through the window, so he actually isn't going to find too much from below here. He still has the C4, so he still can listen, but it's all on him now, and he's not even near the bomb site. C4 is going to go up, but it's not close enough. It's going to damage Kaokai, but not enough. Capslock finds the first on the Cubed in this 1v3 retake. He's going to start spraying up through the floor, trying to find anything he can, any damage onto these players.
This crossfire is going to be a dangerous one to clear. He sees the player, but he's not able to land the hit on them. And he takes damage from the other side as well, meaning he knows the 2 players are watching these positions, but they've fallen back now. It's all on him. He needs time to defuse and get these kills, and he's not with a magazine as small as the MP7s. You may not even have the ammo to do this. And there we go. Kyoka able to close that out with the last kill with the AK. Always nice to see a little bit of patience and, you know, control of the aggression coming out from any defending at the time team.
2-0 scoreline as we move on here. Of course, we've only seen the top bomb sites so far. We've seen CT and Cash, so we will be moving it down to basement now to see if we can change the pace. Or WIT are trying to change the pace to hopefully break this momentum of UCC. We're not going to see any 6-picks this time. I think Cube just going to lock the Ashe.
He's just being honest now. Look, I'm a hold shift. You can't make me feel bad about it. But yeah, as you say, control. I say about controlling the tempo of the round. Even the picks of the WIT indicate that they've switched Ninja over to Smoke and Capslock over to Legion, meaning they're hopefully going to be trying to funnel UCC through certain areas, or at the very least trying to gain info and what's the league term? Zoning, is that it?
Yeah. They're gonna zone
Behind
them.
on
They're
my
gonna yeah, they're gonna zone them out of certain key locations. Dirt over here where Explosum is, the stairs and blue stairs as well. So there's 4 entrances. So there's blue stairs, there's garage, there's the stairs by bar, and kitchen, and there's also the kitchen hatch as well. If we go up, you'll be able to see this here.
Well,
You'll be able to see
yeah,
the
there's
2
the
hatches
there's the kitchen
in
and
one in
bar hatch
kitchen.
there.
Yeah, so the 6 entrances total. So they're gonna just be trying to lock those down as best they can and trying to stop UCC from breaking into those. But Kyokai has been making absolute bits of their reinforced walls. So
Yeah, I think the big one is going to be Ricky Sanchez's attempts to open the kitchen hatch, as it tends to be on this bomb site. If you can get that kitchen hatch open, you gain so much intel, and you make defending the back of that storeroom very, very difficult for the defense. And the result usually is that an attacker is able to drop down and get a plan. Notwithstanding a miraculous play from defense.
yeah, not only that, he's playing Hibana, who has recently gotten a massive buff in now that she can actually choose how many of her little mines that she puts on the reinforced walls to break them. She actually gets to pick. There's a certain number of them, and she gets to place them in different formations. And so hatches I think take 4. Castle barricades take 2 of them, and obviously you can just put 6 or 12 onto a wall if you really want to open it up big. But she can now place them vertically as well as horizontally, so it definitely gives her a lot more verticality. And since the patch, I believe she's been being picked up over Thermite quite a bit.
Yeah, it's just the flexibility that it ends up giving you. Like being able to align them vertically as a 6 is really good. I haven't checked myself if that's enough to actually get you through the wall, but I mean already it's pretty. It's fairly obvious how helpful it can be. And yeah, as we said, that hatch was blown wide open very early in the round. I think it was actually Kyokai who got it open with the ace water charges, which is a slightly different way to play. Ricky was worrying about flankers with her assault rifle. I mean, it's a terrifying assault rifle to deal with, but the plan has already gone down, and it's just a matter of mopping up kills. Cube, Perfon, and Nero all picking one up each in the post plant, and just it wasn't a perfect round, but it was very close and a very clean one at that.
Yeah, UCC's attack is very clean at the moment. Of course, this was UCC's map pick, but WIT's side choice, and UCC definitely know what they're doing on their map pick.
Oh yeah. Are we staying in the bottom? Staying in the basement. All right.
But this time we're getting a Malusi coming out.
It's always fun to say that and then go, hang on a minute, the 6 pick could happen.
Yeah,
Cube,
I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for a 6 pick. There it is.
There you go.
Cube. I think if you really got a 6 pick to the Ash, I think you want to make it more believable.
Never mind that. Just pick characters who I don't want to see. Don't play with my heart and pick Blitz. All right.
Bring out the Lord and Savior Tachanka. Never know.
Yeah, scare them. Yes, bring Tachanka on attack. That'll scare them. Here we go again. Looks like a similar setup coming up. Yep. Reimer setting up the back there, obviously intending to play, if not play, that back storage room, at least prep it for it. With it, so no intent to play it from the drop hatch at the bar. Perfon locking that one up as well, and of course, dirt. The dirt tunnel is going to get locked up fairly quickly. Exploding going to try to put some bandit batteries down now. It won't be that hard to clear them between cubes, breaching grenades, Perfon's explosives, and just those 2. They're going to be able to clear those bandit batteries very, very quickly.
Kaukai last round didn't even need grenades. She just lay down and looked through the drone hole to just shoot the bandit batteries. Like you're just going to see here, there it is.
There you go.
So they need to. The placement of the batteries is a little bit difficult for that one. So.
I remember in the way back when there was a Pro League strat of sticking a ballistic shield there that was able to protect the batteries, but I have no idea if the way the shields are put down now means that that's more difficult or impossible to do.
I'm not sure if you can block that drone hole. I think the corridor is too narrow, but then it definitely
That'd be the
could
strat.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that also requires you to take a character with a replaceable shield, so
And waste it and waste it on that point in the map rather than putting it on site.
yeah, you're basically giving up you're picking into a character for one specific use, and realistically they can just throw a nade in there and pop the 2 batteries anyway, so it's probably not worth taking a character with a shield just to do that one task.
Watch and follow. Need to see.
Oh, and fallen.
There you go.
There it is.
It had to, like this lurking play the WT have come out with, unlike anything they've done so far, and it had to pay off eventually. And there you go. Will he be able to find Kyokai? He's able to put a little bit of damage on, which will reveal his position, unfortunately, but no kills, and he'll run straight into Perfon.
Perfon is in such an aggressive position here. They didn't even see him walk in. They now see him on cams, but he's already found 2 kills.
What are you doing, Perfon? Everyone's still upstairs. No one's gone near the staircase or the hatches, and you're already facing between the 2 bomb sites.
Yeah, they're actually playing very little players downstairs this time. They're taking way more map control. And Perfon just managed to find a big gap in that map control and managed to find 2 easy kills. So he now has a lot of info for his team on where the remaining players may be. And he's going to pick up a 3rd, a 4th, and he's looking towards the ace. He's in a gunfight. Will he get the ace?
Caps lock. Dodge with your life, man. He's killed 4 people already. He's looking to kill you too. Oh no, Kyokai, we'll nick that last kill. Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately, that won't be an ace, but Perfon still showing how important map control is. He just managed to just walk downstairs completely unnoticed, and obviously caught Fallen Leaf off guard, and then managed to pick up 3 more. So I don't think they'll be allowing something like that to happen again. But we're gonna go back to CCTV. Once again, WOT are trying to just break this momentum. They really don't want to go into the attacking side with 4 or 5 rounds down, because that is going to be a very, very difficult side to win, especially against a team as good as UCC.
Yeah, exactly. I'm curious if they're gonna try keep this kind of lurker style up. I'm gonna be honest. WIT. I don't think the Vigil is cutting it. I think you need more utility or something to try and hold off these aggressive pushers, because the way they set up the previous round and the way they had set up their last round of CCTV read to me as if they were preparing against a team who, gained a lot of map control before they really jumped at the last few seconds to attack a bomb site, which is not what UCC are. UCC are about raiding this bomb site as hard of a contact play as they can and just forcing their way onto the site. And at that point,
if you
having
notice,
map control at the other end of the map isn't going to help.
I was just going to make out the point. I believe this is one of the first times we've seen Jaeger busted out this game in comparison to the other games he was played every single round. And with the changes to Jaeger's ADS, he's no longer as powerful, so the rounds don't tend to tick down as long, and Perfon's just going to get a spawn kill onto, I believe that was Caps Lock peeking out from back hallway, but that is not what you want on a round you're trying to win. But yeah, with Jaeger's ADS now only popping 1 grenade every 10 seconds and having unlimited charges, he's less viable against these nade setup comps. So the rounds, they tend to get inside a lot faster because the Jaeger's not delaying them. So
that's true, but that's what I mean. What maybe the Vigil is a bit of a mispick coming out from WIT, because at that point you pick Wamai. You bring more characters who are able to try help you in those situations, because it's the utility that the attackers are bringing that's the problem. It's the frags, it's the smokes, it's their breaching charges that you can't stop. That's letting them get into the site too quickly for you to really control. And at that point, having map control of the other end of the map doesn't matter anymore, because now they're already on the bomb site and they already have a plan.
oh, and Perfon's gonna get his 3rd of the round onto Reimer. Cube is gonna find another onto Ninja, and this is an almost perfect round coming out of UCC here.
He's buzzing away. They can hear that phone. It's only a matter of time until someone wallbangs him. He heard the plan. He's gonna go for it, but Cube will take him down, meaning that yeah, there's that flawless round UCC have been hunting for since the first round.
Yeah, there's just WOT have not been able to get their foot in the door in this match so far. UCC have just been all over them and just obviously learned a lot from the first time they played them earlier in the tournament. So currently it's looking like it's got to be a bit of a 7-0 stomp here in the grand final, which is a big surprise, to be honest. I thought this match was going to be a lot closer.
Yeah, me too. I was expecting WAT to be able to perform a little bit better on this map. Again, considering that it's a map that's been on constantly.
See, but in that case, every team has really had a lot of time to practice Clubhouse, and it may have been in WIT's strength to ban maps, especially because they get 2 map bans before the picks. It may have been in their favor to ban out Cafe and Clubhouse, you know, so that you don't have to play 2 maps that the opposing team have had time to practice on during the ice tournament, and then, you know, bring it to Outback and maybe Outback and Coastline or something, because Coastline is a very, very difficult map to play on if you haven't practiced it. So they may have lost this in the map picks if UCC have just spent a lot of time practicing the maps that have been allowed through the entire tournament.
10 seconds remaining.
That is true. There's an argument to be made that you'd be worried about them picking a map that we haven't seen much before because you'd be worried that they haven't practiced it. But if it comes down to playing against UCC, who are, you know, practiced veterans from the tournament, never mind from this series alone, there definitely is there should have been a bit of an incentive to learn some maps that were very much out of everyone's remit. It maybe even just pick up Consulate. It's an old map that people have played quite a bit of before, but if they had prepped that map properly, maybe they would have been able to rely on it. But
I don't think is Consulate currently in. I don't think it is. I think it's it got replaced by Outback and what was it? Outback and oh, no, Consulate is in. Sorry, I'm confusing it with oh, I'm trying to think it off the top of my head.
We haven't switched over to the new season.
Yeah, I'm trying to think it off the top of my head. Oh, I can't think of the maps.
Consulate
Border, that's it. Border finally came to me.
Oh, poor Border. But yeah, like there would have been some merit at least to picking a less pick map, maybe even just Theme Park. We've seen it a couple times in the tournament. No doubt they've played it once or twice, you know. But sticking with these well-known maps may have worked against them in the case of playing against UCC, and hopefully they'll be able to recover. Finally, getting a little bit of damage into Kyokai, but not able to really stop these breaches.
And for the first time this game, WOT have started off with the first blood.
Yeah, and it's a good sign. They're putting 2 people in garage now. This is kind of the reaction we needed to see, because they were worried about these wide map control plays. We don't see a Vigil on Fall anymore. He's on Smoke now for the CCTV hold. It's already working out much better as Explosion's able to find Kyokai on the balcony. And Capslock is able to find Profund. Yeah, they've knocked it down into a 5v2. This is the counterplay that they needed to find a few rounds ago, and it's good that they're going to find it before the map, before the half switches over. Maybe
too little, too late, but with the final round of the half, they're up 3 kills. So at least they're getting, if they at least going into the second half, they may have a little bit of hope knowing that they won out that final round. And hopefully can try bring this back into a close series. But Nero and Cubed are still trying to find anything in this realm, but Cubed goes down, and it's looking like Nero isn't going to be able to do much either. He's stuck outside with the DMR in hand, and he's going to get smoked out as well.
That's a run out. Oh, they were thinking about it. I think that may have been Capslock. Capslock ran to the bottom of Garrett, ran up to the door. I think he was thinking about it.
Yeah, and they're just trying to find where Nero is right now, but they've spotted him out through the floor, and he's got to get tagged up. But without that DMR, he still actually manages to pick up a kill onto Ninja, but he's just, Fallen just drop shots him with a shotgun, and that is going to be the first round on the board for WIT.
Yeah, it may just be a matter of a consolation victory for them. They may yet lose this map, but at the very least, they're able to take 1 win back. And for me, it tells me that the WAT Vikings are at least, like, they've turned their brains on, They've realized that, hang on, there's something wrong with what we're doing. It's not just that they're losing game duels, it's that their plan wasn't working and they switched it up. So hopefully they bring that thinking forward, especially onto this attack half, and they actually put up a counter to what UCC is doing, rather than just trying to rely on the same strats that UCC are obviously playing around. And speaking of strats that UCC have planned, look at the map. Look at the operator picks. This is way different to what we were seeing coming out from WIT.
Yeah, but if you as we were going through in the when we're talking about the Jaeger changes and the Wamai changes, they're not as viable as they used to be. So regardless of, you know, what operators they bring on attack, there's still going to be a lot of grenades. There's going to be a lot of flashbang. So either you double down and go for both a Jaeger and a Wamai, or you just leave them both out and go for a completely different comp. So the Mozzie is going to be really helpful in this for surveillance. You'll notice they've actually doubled down on surveillance as well with Kokai as well on the Valkyrie. So they're basically just going to be trying to outplay them here rather than trying to keep them off of the bomb sites with someone like a Jaeger and a Wamai. The Alibi as well, another surveillance-based operator, which can give away their positions. Cubed is going to take up the Vigil and be the roamer. And then we have, we're going to see the Melusi on Rickery to deny some stuff, but not too much.
Well, yeah, that's just more intel. As soon as they come near it, as soon as it comes near them, those motion sensors go burr, which may as well just be, you know, Dokkaebi on defense, really. But yeah, I see what you mean. In fact, you're saying the Cubed is going to be the team's lurker, but every player on the UCC's team are either 2 or, for the most part, 1 armor operators, meaning that they're either 2 or 3 speed. So they're all characters that can move fast and are able to take up a lurking role if they really had to. Profan is moving around as Muzzy, which obviously with him taking over attacker drones means he's able to get more reactive intel than many of the rest of his teammates are. Yeah, you're totally right about the Jaeger pick. I think it's shifting the way UCC play dramatically to a more lurker, more gun heavy role, and it took WIT a bit too long to realize that switch had to happen, and it's starting to work as UCC are able to find the opening kill from Profan onto Fallen Leaf, meaning that their Ash is out of the game. Yeah,
the change in the bunker comp meta has really made it, you know, where you can run these kind of surveillance-based fast comps and have full map control. Like, you can just be you could have characters everywhere, and because of the speed, you know, Valkyrie being 2 speed, and you know, you can get back to the bomb site if you need to. You can just leave like 1, maybe 2 anchors and have everyone else holding positions that are of value, you know, to stop them getting further towards the bomb site. So, oh, but we're gonna see a hatch opened up, and that's gonna be another kill. So it's back to a 2-2 here.
Profan's not letting him rest, though. He's going to sneakily kill Explosive. Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. Metal bars in a shooter. Impervious to bullets means that Caps Lock isn't able to find a single shot on a Rickery, who was able to just return fire with that SMG and take him down with a headshot, putting it into a 3v2.
Yeah, you'll notice that hatch is only broken a small bit. That ace charge didn't actually destroy the entire hatch. So there's just a little bit of a hole in it, but it's not actually, you can't actually go through it, which just gives Rickery another angle that he needs to watch, but another angle that, you know, he can actually kill from as well. Profan's going to find another onto Ninja, and he's up to 15 kills for himself now.
Pre-firing his own team's hologram. I like it.
But look at this. The I believe Melusi actually had one of those alarms in that in dirt, and you know, it went off. He instantly turned around and just started watching it. So
I gotta feel bad for Ninja in particular there. Rickery and Profan had not only set up a crossfire, they had basically started shooting at each other as Ninja came into the scene and basically blocked the 2 defenders' bullets for each other. Poor Ninja.
But yeah, this is not how I saw this map going. We're 7 rounds in, or sorry, we're about to enter our 8th round, but we're already at a 6-1 match point.
A testament to how you see well prepared. And in case anyone isn't following Siege particularly closely and their minds boggling on what we keep meaning when we say the Jaeger and Wamai changes, particularly Jaeger, his advanced defense system, the ADS, which is able to catch projectiles in midair, was changed from being able to grab, I think, three projectiles per thing and then being useless, to being able to pick up one every 10 seconds.
Unlimited, though.
Which, yeah, it'll go on for the entire game, but it's only one every 10 seconds, meaning that if you just kind of press G a couple times...
It can average, I think in the patch notes it said it would average about, if it was constantly, you know, you were throwing nades in the same position for an entire round, at most it would catch maybe 3 or 4 at max, really. But realistically, if you're pushing a position and there's a Jaeger ADS and it pops once, you know it's there, it's going to be shot out as soon as possible. So realistically, most of the Jaeger ADSs are only going to get 1 or maybe 2 grenades at like max due to the update.
Yeah, and I mean, a decently prepared team are going to bring a character with flashbangs. Even on WIT, we see that, what we saw just there, that Hibana and Thermite have 3 flashbangs to their name, whereas Explosm has 2 frag grenades. What you would do, if you were planning for it, you just chuck a flashbang, you'd hear the zap, and then you just nice and carefully toss a frag grenade in, and then that's the ADS gone. Done for. Which is why we keep saying you need to bring Wamai. Wamai's gadget pairs very, very well with even the new version of Jaeger. I think its recharge rate was changed a bit so that he doesn't get as many as before, but for all intents and purposes, I mean, it's the same gadget. It's still going to grab a projectile and pull it towards itself.
The only issue with the Wamai backing up the Jaeger ADS is they've now actually made it so that the Jaeger ADS takes priority. So if you have a Wamai next to a Jaeger ADS and you're trying to throw a flashbang and then a grenade, the flashbang will actually get eaten up by the ADS, and then the grenade will get taken by the Wamai trap, and of course the grenade will still explode, so it will destroy the Wamai trap and the ADS in return.
Here we are discussing strats, and the attack is already underway. They've managed to open up the hard wall there, although WT don't seem, or UC don't seem to be too phased, as most of their players are actually playing from the other bomb site. Rickery's gonna find a kill onto Reimer there. Yeah, that's gonna be through the window from Garage. This is why players in Garage are so important to clear very early into a breach like this. Fallen, he's done work in this position before, and he's able to find quite a bit of damage onto Perfon. He's gonna push on that aggression. Millimeters away from seeing the player switch into red staircase, but he has that aggressive position into the money room. It's just down to the rest of his teammates to find a foothold into CCTV. Yeah, Nero's terrified of him. Nero's just spraying into construction.
Fallen actually gets taken up by Cubed, and followed up by a kill by Perfon onto Ninja. This isn't looking too great for WIT here. They really need to get rid of that shield.
Yeah, the split side push has not worked out very well, unfortunately. Explosive still has those frag grenades. He could try and go for it. I think that's like I'm trying to get them with Hibana, but
I don't think they realize that those are actually Goyo shields and that they can be destroyed by a grenade. But the first one is gonna fall. The one in CCTV is gonna fall. So Nero has his Goyo shield still, but Cubed has been pushed back into the hallway.
Although 15 seconds left on the round, they still haven't cleared Garage. Rickery has a perfect flank onto them, and this last-ditch attack is not going to go well, as Nero is able to find Explosm, and poor Capslock is trapped outside. Cube's going to take basically a frame peek. What was that?
Okay, yeah, so he was leaning into the wall, so he didn't see him before Cube saw him. So that will be map 1, going towards the UCC NetSoc Rebels in our best of 3 grand final. We will be moving on to map 2 on Cafe in about 5 minutes. We'll be going for a quick 5-minute break, and then we will be right back with you.
We'll see you soon.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our second match of the evening between the UCC Next Out Rebels and the WIT Vikings. We're moving on to map 2 on Cafe. Map 1 was surprising. We had no idea it was going to go that one-sided.
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting WIT and UCC to at least trade a couple rounds, but UCC kind of just ran away with their map pick and ended it at 7-1, which, I mean, it's a shockingly good score, given that I could have sworn WIT would put up a little bit more effort, a little bit more of a struggle on a map that everyone is so clearly familiar with. But maybe they were saving their effort for this map. Maybe Cafe is the map that WIT are going to activate and start winning some rounds. Back from
the one thing I did want to mention was this is WIT's map pick, but UCC do get to start on defense, and after how well they played on the previous map, it could be another quick match. We actually don't know how this one's going to go. Hopefully WIT have a better understanding of what they're up against now, and we're going to see Blackbeard banned out, so the shields are being left open. I don't think anybody's going to opt to take them. Really, Cafe, Cafe, if you can bait them out and know that they're going to be in kitchen, possibly we could see a Monty.
Yeah, not going to give them the clash. Yeah, honestly, the more interesting thing to me is obviously they're going to pick the top floor, the bar hold, because it is just the canonical spot that everyone holds in Cafe Dostoevsky. But now that the changes to Jaeger might have come through, now that it's going to be harder to stop the grenades and it's going to be harder to force people off of the bathroom position near the piano room with that, especially if they have the deployable shield, I want to see what these teams can do on attack to rectify that situation, to actually overcome that. Well, I say overcome that, to take advantage of that fact that defense are going to have a harder time to actually hold that position than they would have in the past.
Yeah, we're gonna see. We're actually seeing a very similar lineup on UCC that we saw at their first defensive round on the last map. We're seeing the Mozzie, Malusi, Valkyrie strat kind of come out again, and this is a lot of info.
Oh yeah. Cube switching off pulse to grab the mute. Yeah, I can see that stop any drones getting a little too far. But yeah, this is again another strat that's relying on light armor operators with a lot of speed on a map that is well known for, defense teams shooting attacking teams in the back. So yeah, it looks like a different style of play as opposed to the more anchor heavy stuff that we've seen throughout the tournament, and I'm pretty sure any players watching at home are more familiar with from their usual kind of ranked games. Is Kyokai gonna go for the cheeky cameras? I think he is. I think that punched window may have just been a little promise that he's about to throw a camera outside, or he's just setting up spawn peaks. He could just be setting up spawn peaks.
It's kind of hard to tell. With Valkyrie setting up outside cams, or he did break this window just here, I believe. I'm not sure if it was him that broke it, but that window has been broken, so we'll keep an eye on Kyokai. He's actually thrown 2 of his black eyes already, so they seem to be, I think there's one on the second floor somewhere, because he did run down there, and he's getting ready here to throw out another one.
Yeah.
So we'll see where this one ends up landing. He can't seem to get it through, and there it goes.
There you go.
And hopefully he'll open his phone here for us so that we can see. Here it is, and we'll be able to see where these black eyes have gone. So he's on the little slanted wall outside, and he's got to go for a run out, and he gets 2.
That's an Ash, and he's not able to get back in. Oh, no.
He didn't prep the barricade, and that's going to be a death. But 2 quick pickups for him there. That is going to be on the ice clips of the week. That is.
Yeah, that's brilliant, and especially too, Zofia and Ash are really important, really useful attackers to have. Both bringing explosives in one way or another, meaning that they're going to have an even more difficult time clearing out any kind of defense that the defense team has set up. And in fact, if they had a deployable shield, I don't think they do, but if they did, I think you can almost kind of ignore the changes that have happened to Jaeger at this point, because they don't really have the explosives to really push through it anymore.
Yeah, Jaeger's gonna
was a frag, but
and Nero's gonna be super happy about that. You know, they have 4 grenades on the remaining 3 players, so Even if, and you know, Jaeger still has 2 ADSs, I believe, so they may be able to catch one each. But this fight is going the way of UCC. Well, Capsock does manage to pick up one as well. Perfon is actually, I was about to say, Perfon is actually right behind them. So he's gonna
Just didn't
clear
want to peek
that.
hatch too early, yeah.
Yeah, and we're all left on Capslock all alone. Or Capslock's left all alone on the roof, and he has three players remaining, and one of them is Perfon, and Perfon, after his performance on Clubhouse, you definitely don't want him alive in a 1v3.
Yeah, didn't he finish that map with like 12 kills, even though only 7 rounds are played, or 8 rounds are played?
15 kills.
Yeah, that's terrifying. He's playing the correct character.
And there it is.
Yeah, there you go. If I had to pick one character for Perfon to play to perfectly match how happy he is right now, it would be Muzzy.
Yeah, definitely so far the series MVP is probably going to be Perfon currently, but after that run out from Kokai, I think it's going to be close.
At the very least, Fallen and Ninja are going to be absolutely fuming. They're going to want to like set foot in the building this round at the very least. And given that it's Kitchen, I'm not going to say there won't be runouts, because there could be runouts, but they won't get shot in the back they shouldn't get shot in the back trying to rappel onto the roof that easily.
One thing I will point out is the choices of hard breachers for WIT. They seem to be more of a thermite oriented team rather than a Hibana or an Ace oriented team. And currently, out of the 3 hard breaches that are available, not including Kali as a hard breach, realistically, thermite currently would be at the bottom of the meta. So it isn't interesting to see that they only pick up 1, and it does happen to be thermite, whereas on the attacking side on UCC last time on Cafe or on Clubhouse, they were not only bringing Hibana, but they were bringing Ace as well. So they just had way more opportunities to open things up, and especially with I think it was Perfon picking up that Ace, he was able to just open very, very specific angles that worked perfectly for Ace. And he was able to play around it very well. So the option to not pick up either of those is a bit weird, but Kokai is going to start off by throwing a black eye outside, but it's going to take it up very quickly. That got destroyed. He just hit the windowsill. I don't know if that's where he was meant to throw it, but it's not going to be in the server anymore.
Well, yeah, in a position like that, you kind of have to get it right first try. There really was no second try. But hey, the one thing I will say about Ace is that he has one of the strongest assault rifles in the game. The AK, which was sitting on Fuse for such a long time, is actually, as far as the numbers are concerned, one of the strongest guns in the game for even the attackers to have. But no one really used it because no one played Fuse.
Ooh,
but now Ace has it too. Oh.
Perfon got to capture another drone. He knows that they're looking towards the 2nd floor currently. And Explosiv's got to come into it. Oh, he's going to get into an early gunfight, but isn't going to find him. So now they still have to worry about where he is. Breaks open the hatch. Perfon has to watch 2 angles right now, but he's not going to. And he's got to get crossfired. That is a big pickup early into this round. They're actually 1 man up. And not only that, but the first man they pick up is Perfon. They now have access to that hatch. And I believe Reimer's going to open that up.
Never mind that hatch. They've got access to the floor. Games on Cafe have been lost as soon as you lose that dining room, and with Explosive still alive, which would have really been the critical kill, they're going to have way too much control over what soft floors get open and closed. And there you go. You can already see him starting to tear the holes in it. Rickery's going to try and get him with the C4, but it's kind of just guessing work. He's not able to actually get the kill. Gonna go for a swing here. He'll take most of the damage, unfortunately, from Ninja, but definitely keeping him away for a few more precious seconds. Explosive will find cubed through those floor holes, and I think that may have just been
Capsock was ready down at the end of the hall trying to spot out anyone, and he managed to find the refrag there. So it's back. It's still a 4v2 in the favor of WIT. They just need to get onto this bomb site.
Here comes Nero.
The
spray of the 2 old meta characters, and unfortunately Caps Lock is able to intervene and take him down.
Yeah, Caps Lock and Fallen both going big that round. Well, Caps Lock especially, but that that Jackal definitely coming in handy there. Jackal and Ashe are just so powerful characters in terms of on the attacking side. Just Jackal being able to scan out any footsteps that he's seen. So especially with a roamer comp, which is basically what UCC are really building. Jackal has so much value in this matchup, and Ashe, of course, with her 3 movement speed, 1 armor, can just blast through the map as fast as she wants, and as long as she finds an empty hallway, she can be on site in a few seconds. So we're gonna see a 6-pick to the Vigil.
Yeah, I was thinking for a second there that UCC were going to try a bit of a modified bunker strat, but yeah, the 6-pick on the Vigil tells me that that may just be a plan to try slow WIT down, maybe make them a bit more careful about their utility usage. Although, if there's one thing that Vigil isn't, it's subtle. You can tell Vigil's around before you even get into the building if he's running around with his jammer on. So
now, if we actually just look at that black eye there, that is just in the center of your screen. Breaking that top of that wall there actually lets that black eye not only see into this room here, it also sees onto the bomb site because it does have a 180-degree camera. So you can just, as long as it's in between the 2 rooms, you can just watch 2 different angles at the same time. That is a very, very valuable strat for Valkyrie to have.
Now that's assuming the attackers don't see it and lob a grenade through there. It should be said. Many of the things you can do in this game do come down to risk versus reward.
No, it was Fallen Leaf watching the front door as he was rappelling up to the top. No, doesn't want a repeat of first round, but they know there's a Vigil now. I believe it was Fallen Leaf's drone got the little static, so they know there is a Vigil somewhere near top floor. He's actually on second. Yeah, he's on second floor underneath just underneath the balcony, which is where that drone actually drove over. So look at Perfon. He's not overstaying his welcome. He's just deciding, you know what? I'm gonna float back downstairs. There's no need for me to be up here. I've slowed you down a little bit by just making you think I'm up here, so I can just start playing in really weird positions that you're not expecting me to be in.
Yeah, this is the thing I've been ranting about for the last couple of games we've had on stream. A lurker's job in Siege isn't necessarily to get kills, although kills do win games. And a lot of the time, it's just about spooking the attackers into slowing down, making them check corners that they wouldn't if they knew where you all were. If they knew you're all on site, I mean, Explosive wouldn't be worried about not checking this corridor on his right. He's instead terrified about about downstairs because he's vaguely confident that the floor he's on now is actually clear. So if you can just even pretend you're in an odd position, you're going to slow the attackers down. And Perfon does that very well without, as you say, overstaying his welcome. Oh, here we go. It's falling apart now. Ninja is able to find Kyokai on Yellow Staircase, but yet there is Perfon. Lose him for 2 minutes and he manages to kill somebody.
Just watching that outside angle, just trying to see if there actually is anyone still roaming outside, but Cubed hears footsteps to his left, goes for the wild spray, but doesn't manage to actually find anyone. They actually have him pinged on cams, and they're not using the camera ping, so they know he's there. The C4 should land, and that's got to be the diffuser down as well.
The diffuser and the hard breaching, that's Thermite down. And as you noted before, Thermite's the only hard breacher that WIT are opting to take. Now, well, Fallen Leaf will be able to find Nero. Perfon's able to find Explosum, and there you go. Perfon has basically just cut off their retreat. Fallen is now isolated, and they're gonna have to try to find this rogue Vigil player who now has way more map control than they would ever want him to have. Although, yeah, here comes the Ashe Jackal combo.
But they need to go grab the diffuser or find the kills. They don't have time to sit around anymore, and the angle gets peaked, and Cube finds 2 easy kills that had their back to him. 3 in the round for him.
Yeah, once that timer hit 15 seconds, the round was basically won.
Yeah, that was a big pickup from Cube there. That black eye up in the corner, which just shows how valuable hidden Valkyrie cams are, because with the new being able to ping things from cams without scanning, means that you
Look-
can ping players and be like, hey, there's a guy here on ping number 3 or whatever, and they don't know that they just got pinged, that they just got spotted, and that's exactly when a C4 gets thrown over your head and you've dropped the diffuser.
Extremely powerful, so powerful that I've heard not an insignificant amount of complaining about it. And yeah, back to this lurk heavy aggressive team comp on defense, and the Vikings are. I've said this in the last game, and I'm gonna say it again. The Vikings are gonna have to learn to adapt. They're gonna have to be ready for these flanks that are coming out of nowhere. And I mean, in fairness, we'll give them this. They just don't get run out on this map. Expect Hyokai shenanigans.
We see one of the Valkyrie cams already.
10 seconds left.
That shield is going up in piano room. And yeah, Cube is knocking the rotation holes into the freezer. Generally what you'd expect out of this site. You'd expect this to be set up now. I tell you how I miss the mirror strats. I miss mirror strats.
Yeah.
I forget who it was on Oregon. I think it may have been TUD who set up an absolutely beautiful mirror strat on their kitchen defense. But man, I miss mirror strats. Now this is a cheeky angle from Kyokai.
Yeah, just leaves WIT just wondering where he is, if he does actually manage to find a kill through there. It's a very, very nasty angle to get shot from. Because all that Kyokai can actually see from that angle is your head. So if he spots you and hits it, you're dead.
Explosum getting the first kill on a Rickery, and that's a really, really good one to get. Weakening the defense in that corridor, it makes the piano take easier, and once you have the piano room, then your options are wide open. And a funny angle to get that from. You got that from the window above the staircase that would have been behind Rickery.
Perfon now is actually still on bottom floor, and he makes noise just to distract them. If anyone was around that area, they may now think there's a player over there going to do a run out, so they're going to be a bit more cautious. Once again, Perfon just playing this roaming role so well.
Yeah, we can't really show it, and you know, you'd have to actually be with the teams to know it. But Perfon running around like this is also going to do a number on whatever communication they're trying to do. You know, you're going to have to be fairly well prepared to deal with a roamer who's just going to be sprinting around the map, and you're going to have to be able to react quickly.
Nice.
Oh, that grenade is barely going to miss.
Yeah, but it's still gonna... They know there's no ADS there at least, and that nade was big. Blossom now gonna try spot out whoever is actually in there. Perfon, though, starting to get sprayed down, manages to get away with most of his HP intact. Yeah.
Who is this man, Neo? Like, what is this?
Ninja finds one and a second. Perfon finds one to the Fallen Leaf, and it's back to a 2v4 now. But Nero, he takes a wide swing to try clear bathroom, but it's Nero gonna find the headshot first. He gets peeked. And that's gonna be another kill on to WIT. It's kill after kill, trade after trade, and it's all on Perfon here. He's gonna get spotted out by Explosive, and that's gonna be 2-2.
Yeah, this is much better. This is the WIT who we've been seeing in the previous games.
So we're gonna go back to bar once
Back to
again.
bar.
We're gonna see IQ. We've seen IQ a lot currently. We may end up seeing an Echo, but no, we're gonna see the Valkyrie. May
Okay,
opt to six
play
pick
my heart
on.
again.
Yeah, may opt to six pick onto the Echo. We never know. Nope, he has locked in
Oh.
Valkyrie, so we're not going to see a 6-pick to Echo. Echo has also had a recent change. His drones no longer go invisible. They are always visible, to make them just a bit easier for the attacking side to actually spot them out, because they were a pain in the previous update where, you know, you could send out a shockwave and then run away with your drone, throw it up into a random corner. It goes invis, and it's really difficult to find.
Yep. Stop the plant. Zoidberg noises. Wait a few seconds. Do it again.
And I believe they've also patched Echo so that his drones are no longer invulnerable. So
Yes.
he is now back in rotation as well.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds left before insertion.
Yeah, the usual setups. I'm waiting to see if Kyokai tries anything strange. He did throw one of his cameras up in Christmas tree.
He has all
But
of his
he's thrown
cameras
them all out now.
used currently.
That
So
means
he's
he's not
not-
throwing
he's-
any outside.
Yeah, he won't be going for any outside cams this time. He didn't go for any last time as well, but I think because he went for that run out on first round, they're watching the windows. And if there's a broken window on one side of the map, they know. Plus, they're running an IQ as well a lot of the time, so it's probably not. He's probably just not risking one black eye because they're just gonna IQ find it and kill it, and it's just gonna be a waste of a black eye. So he's actually just placing them in more strategic locations inside the map to get more value out of them.
I love this position cubed. I love when players play Cigar. I remember quite a while ago, Furry Time on from Manuth played not in this position, but across the room from behind the display case there, and he managed to pick up a double kill. And it's such an aggressive position, I'll say, an extremely risky one at that. But the plays can be magnificent.
Perfon goes for a
Perfon.
run out and finds two.
Oh, and it's Ninja and Fallen Leaf again. Oh no.
That is unfortunate, but we're going to see Rambo start to push in. He went for the thermite. I don't think he actually placed the charge onto the wall, but he did try to drop and, charge that wall, but there was, of course, one player sitting in Cigar watching that. Kyokai finds one onto Caps Lock, and it seems like UCC know what they're starting to get this back into their favor after that last round going just a little bit lopsided, but the runouts from UCC definitely showing that they want this title, that they will throw, a little bit of sportsmanship out the window, but if a runout's gonna win them the game, they're gonna take it.
I love how Perfon existing has forced Reimer through more fear that he's around, completely out of position. There's probably been a call to move him to get him over to this end of the map, but like he should be trying to. You'd expect him to be breaching Christmas tree at the moment, not trying to do this. And look at the intel that managed to knock Perfon down. Reimer getting the kill right through the wall. I'm so glad we can see those pings.
Yeah, of course, the players that are dead being able to ping on the cameras just makes it so that they can do stuff like that. That they can ping exactly where his feet are, and all you have to do is aim head level and hope when you start shooting through that wall. But Diffuser is actually down at the top of stairs right outside of Cigar, so Explosive not only has to find 3 kills in 15 seconds, but the Diffuser is nowhere near, and Nero's going to finish that round and make it a 3-2 for UCC.
Yeah, we're trading rounds now. Much better. It's not ideal. You'd want to be winning your map with a bit of decisiveness, but definitely better than losing losing the half, like what, 5-1?
Yeah, 5-1 it was on first map, but this map has definitely gone more back and forth. Of course, if you are UCC here and you're looking to finish this in a 2-0, you really want to be finishing this round out as well as so that when you swap onto the attacking side, you're already 3 rounds away from the victory. But we're going to see a 6-pick onto the Vigil. We've seen that a few times from UCC this time, so nothing new there.
Cube just told Perfon it was it was his turn to take the 6 picks.
Yeah, we're just going to have to see whether... I was going to say runouts, but being basement, I don't think we're going to see many runouts. We might see 1 or 2. We might even see a spawn peak. We never know. This game is all up in the air.
It's just Kyokai and Perfon pulling out some entertaining strats, to say the very least. Especially considering how effective they've been, and as also to say the fact that I have to sympathize for Ninja and Fallen. That has to be infuriating to have not just a defender run out on you consistently and effectively, but just always killing you and just you.
Attackers have located a bomb. Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Not only that, but both Runout's getting so much value, 1 for 2 trades every time, and Perfon actually managed to make it back inside, and if he didn't get picked up through that wall, he would have lived to tell the tale, but...
Yeah, a bit of anxiety about these windows is always the chance someone could have broken it without shattering the glass. But yeah, as you'd expect, up to the top of Cafe to attack from the top down. Gotta actually clear the building, unfortunately, and fingers crossed there'll be enough players standing to clear the kitchen by the time they get to the bottom. They can tell the vigil's nearby. That static is gonna let them know that much. Oh, and Perfon did get spotted out there by Caps Lock at the last second, so they know he's on the top floor now. But he's not alone. I believe that's at Nero sitting on the second floor.
And Nero was sitting in reading room, just watching that outside balcony entrance, but Cube just knocked down low. Ninja's not too far behind him as well.
Bit of intel Ninja's getting there, but...
Yeah, Cube now just watching those black eyes, trying to spot out anyone, any movements, trying to see if they can spot out where these WIT players are, and just unfortunate timing there for Fawn. He's going to get spotted out by Caps Lock, and that's a big pickup early into the round, and not only that, he's going to get some footsteps as well.
They're likely going to begin the beginning of the end for Nero, and yeah, Nero's going to retreat all the way downstairs. By the time you're alone up there and the Jackal's after you, it is time to start falling back. Fallen's going to be able to find one of the Kyokai, Ninja onto Cubes. Yeah, Nero will find Fallen, but it's still they're still at a massive player disadvantage, 4-2, and Nero's trapped now in this ground floor bar. And Caps Lock will eventually find the kill, leaving just poor Rickery to defend the site alone, which Ninja will be able to take no problem.
Yeah, and as we said, at this point in time in the previous matchup, it was a 5-1 scoreline, but and we have had a disconnect, so we will have to see what the story is. Rehost. Yeah, we will be going to a rehost.
Connection issues.
Oh, he may have returned, and he may just have to use the 6 pick.
Now that was quick.
That was the quickest. That was the quickest thing we've seen. Quickest rejoin we've seen. He got booted from the server, instantly quickly gets re-invited by his teammates and hops back in. He got 0 as his operator, but 6 picks at the ace, and I think Ninja got Echo, and I'm not sure whether the Echo ban has actually been lifted. The players seem to be under the influence that it hasn't been. I am going to quickly find out, in case they do not know.
I'm not sure that there was a bit of an official discussion about it, so we'll just double check that very quickly. But either way, we've hit the halfway point. UCC on attack now, and WIT on defense. And Reimer's about to make all of my dreams come true. He's playing Mira. I'm very happy. I want to see Mira strats. Reimer, you can do this.
Yeah, WIT really need to streak these first 2 rounds together, kind of get the first 2 rounds on the board, get up to 5-3, and then play it out from there, because they really just need to win this match if they really actually want to go for that title and bring this map to a map 3. So an early lead in this half might be very good for them, but up against a squad as strong as UCC, you're never going to know whether you're going to get those rounds. We're going to see a Dokkaebi, though, out on Cubed first round.
Yeah, really the answer to the a potential answer to the problem that UCC were giving WIT from the very beginning. To be honest, if you were able to call, if you were able to keep Perfon's phone going the entire time, maybe he'd be a bit less scary. But it's the wrong side answering that question, unfortunately.
Yeah, Cube taking a very good angle here. He's watching from on top of that box because that little window to his left goes into stairs, and at the height he is standing at, he can actually shoot straight onto that hallway. but he doesn't manage to find it. But he does spot out the player, which is still information for his team.
Caps Lock's leg escaping just narrowly without taking a bullet or two. But of course, can't leave it all up to chance. I feared it was Explosm managed to get a fairly critical kill through that window previously, so now that it's open, they're going to have to keep an eye on it. Explosm will find the first kill on Vickery, which will be followed up by another onto Perfon. That's a big one. Especially given that that's only one of the two hard breachers down, and he's looking for another. Checking the loadouts. Oh, Explosm has a C4. There could be a plan in the works.
He's looking for any player he can, but they are playing quite passively right now. Cube just starting to push up. There's that Sophia nade gonna come out, but he's gonna get taken down by Ninja, who was sitting in piano, wasn't cleared out. The smoke's gonna come down so they can re-grab that diffuser, but Ninja gets spotted out on a camera. Nero's knocked down to very low as well, but he finds the kill. The Fallen Leaf. Kyokai finds one onto Ninja, and it's back to a 3v2.
Explosm has been sitting by the actual B-bomb itself for quite a while now, and I'm wondering what his plan is. Okay, finally, 25 seconds left in the round, is going to start attacking these hard breach, reinforced walls. It's very late for it, but look, better late than never.
10 seconds.
Try to clear around.
Attackers drop the diffuser.
Yeah, and as I thought, Explosm's positioning by the B bomb, enabling him to get one kill. Caps Lock is able to find the final kill through the wall there.
Yeah, and I have had confirmation from the admins. Echo is actually available for play, but the admins do believe that the captains and the teams decided to have a gentleman's agreement not to pick him just while he's still a bit buggy. So realistically, they could take Echo. They just don't want to.
It's honor plays. You can respect that. Similar enough lineup coming out now.
This is exactly what I said WIT need to do. They need to get 1-2 rounds ahead, just so they have a little bit of a cushion in case UCC start to go on a streak here, because otherwise UCC will start to run away with it, and that's the grand final down the drain. But we're going to be moving on to Kitchen as our next bomb site, as top bomb site was defended successfully.
Yeah, I mean the same advice was for UCC, and WIT are showing why it was necessary. They've taken the lead for now. Let's see if they can maintain it with a second win in a row, or will this just be round trading until overtime? And I have a feeling by the look of
10 seconds left.
the operator picks, there's going to be a good bit of lurking now. I basically expect Explosm and Fallen Leaf to start the action phase from the top of the building rather than the bottom. Fallen Leaf especially with that vigil.
Fallen Leaf is
Explosm's heading up red stairs.
Yeah, and Fallen Leaf has followed him up as well.
Bit of target practice. Don't shoot your teammate, Fallen.
One thing we haven't seen much of this season is team kills, but it has happened a few times, but not too many.
A good intel from Cube, knowing that no one is sitting in the outside of the objective in the bakery, but still probably gonna have to wait for the clear from the top down. They are deciding to take us by the windows.
Looking for footsteps, won't find anything out, so he knows there's no one nearby, but there's someone right to his left, and he's got to turn his back to him, and that's going to be a free kill.
Yeah, that's Explosm. Explosm's got one.
Yeah, Explosive just
Cool.
didn't walk into that room, so there was no footsteps available for him to check. He thought, there's no one here. And zip lines in, Explosive was ready and waiting. That's going to be a free kill onto a very, very big operator for UCC as well. He's the person that's the one operator you need to scan out these characters on the top floor. And Outfall and Explosive have free reign.
Yeah, especially given, look at this, the rest of UCC have just not cleared upstairs. Perfon is sitting there in the engine room, but he's actually trying to get out of there. Good thinking, and Spray will narrowly miss Explosive, who happened to be entering the engine room at that moment, but moments away from a collision there.
Fallen Leaf is going to find another one onto Kyokai up on that top floor. So, Explosive and Fallen Leaf are both just making themselves so valuable in this round. Not only did they take down the anti-roamer on the side of UCC, but they've also picked up a second kill. So they're just making this play ridiculously slow, but Cubed is finally going to get a kill on the board for UCC. He's opened up some of this wall here. There's not that many players actually on the bomb site, but he does still have some players to fight to get there. Nero is the one with the diffuser, and he is in the middle floor. He goes for a fight against Fallen Leaf and barely wins it out, just hits that headshot, but gets taken down by Explosive, who is still sitting on the second floor. Not only that, but that is diffuser down. Cube now has to rotate up, find Explosive in the meantime as well. The Legion Mine is going to slow him down even more. 25 seconds left on the clock. He has a lot to do in very little time. He finds another kill onto Reimer. Now comes Explosive.
15 seconds to go.
15 seconds left.
Oh,
C4
no,
goes
not a
out.
C4.
He misses the C4, but
Diffuser. 10
he has the diffuser, but not enough time. He opened that wall, but he has to run on and hold the diffuser down. That's if the barbed wire is going to slow him down just enough to deny him entry into the bomb site.
Caught between a rock and a hard place. There was no way he was going to get that diffuser planted, even if he managed to get into the room to put it on the ground in the first place. But still, definitely a valiant effort from him and from Cubed, I believe, for being able to get the site open and being able to find the first kill, even if unfortunately they weren't in a position to capitalize on that with a plant. Actually, I think this is the first time we've seen the third bomb site pick, to be honest.
Yeah, because the rounds were traded so much on the first half that we never actually needed to go to Fireplace or mining. So we're gonna see them choose Fireplace reading, which is the one bomb site on this map where the bombs are split down the middle by a big, basically 90-degree hallway. So in comparison to if you were to go train and mining, where the bombs are side by side.
But there is a window that leads right outside, right beside it, so that can be a bit of a disaster to deal with. But yeah, it is kind of making the best of a worse situation on Cafe Dostoevsky when it comes to Bonsai pick 3. But look, if they're going to pick it on their map pick, let's assume that let's give WIT the benefit of the doubt that they know what they're doing. And the way they're setting it up is telling me that they know something at least. Ninja not opening up the walls for rotates, instead knocking just enough out that you'd be able to see the feet of anyone going through, and hopefully that'll let them get some on target wall bangs later on down the line.
Yeah, but just going back to the point I made at the beginning of this game in comparison to WIT's hard breaching choices, we're going to see Kyokai pick up the Habana once again. We're not going to see an ace, but we will see just the Habana. We've seen the ace last round. We really haven't seen a Thatcher come out on UCC, and it really just comes down to Habana being way more useful in the current climate of the game. But we will see Fallen Leaf actually pick up a Mozzie, which is something we haven't seen them do that much.
No, Fallen's been sitting on Vigil for the majority of their time, and this map especially. I say, he's potentially dangerous character. He just Kyokai narrowly sidestepping, but
right at the wrong time. The Habana just showed her knee in the door, but sorry, it's Sophia actually, not Habana, but that is nasty headshot from per Fawn there. That's going to be 1 kill towards UCC getting back into this game. Oh, C4 through the wall finds Cubed. That was a great C4 there from Ninja. Just spotted him out. Knew that he was taking cover behind the soft wall. Throws it at C4. Manages to pick that up.
Was Cubed onto him? Was that just a glorious debate, or was that Ninja saying, I have a C4, I may as well use it while I can?
I think they had a little bit of a gunfight, but not that much damage was traded. Cube took cover to reload, and a C4 hit him in the side of the head, but Rafan finds another onto Explosive, and he's just gonna manage to spot out Ninja as well, and that's gonna be 3 in the round for him.
I think that's Perfon who's basically kept UCC in this round, putting it into a 3 versus 2. Unfortunately, both players are on the bomb site they're planning on hitting.
Yeah, Capslock.
I'm sure that won't be a problem for long.
Ooh, Capslock finds one onto Kyokai to bring it back to a 2v2. Perfon's quite low, and as we talked about earlier, the bottom of this wall is broken out so that Capslock can see if anyone walks down it, and but he looks away just at the wrong moment, and we're gonna see the Zofia lie down to see if he can find them. Capslock starts getting lit up from behind though.
10 seconds left.
And it's all on Perfon now as Reimer finds one, and Perfon finally gets taken out.
He was able to knock down the WIT player there. It really was Reimer at the end there, just popping up to defend his teammate and then being able to finish off the kill onto Perfon there.
Now a match point for WIT. They went on a 3-round winning streak on defense. So they definitely aren't out of this just yet, but UCC really have to go hard on this attack now if they want to keep this game out of a 3rd map and bring it to overtime.
Fortunately, we are back up to one of the stronger bomb sites on the map and on the top floor. After seeing it, I guess their main objective really is to get Rickery and Cubed in position, and then hopefully between Dokkaebi and Gridlock, they're able to lurk down and locate the roamers as they go. But it didn't work in the past, but this is their last ditch attempt to try and keep themselves in this map. Yeah, Reimer switched on to the mirror. Very happy about that, Reimer. Thank you.
First time we're going to see a mirror come out all this so far this series. We're actually going to see we saw Gridlock a little bit earlier on the UCC side as well, but Kyokai's going to pick that back up again. We're going to see Nero go back onto that Dokkaebi, which we've seen be so valuable against this roamer, or against these roamers in the past. So
10 seconds to insertion.
The usual setups I see coming. The main thing I gotta wonder about is what Fallen Leaf is up to on the ground floor.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb. Razor wire going up.
That is, yeah, it is interesting. Yeah, UCC are actually spawning on the docks as opposed to in the Christmas market and from behind. So at least Fallen Leaf isn't in a particularly useless position as well. It'll give him an opportunity to get a nice rotate up through the staircases once the attack has begun properly. Fortunately, no Valkyrie cameras to give them any information from what's going on outside, so we shouldn't be seeing any egregious runouts.
All in now, we're just making sure that the bottom floor is actually clear. There's actually no players, I believe, really down here. There's one just outside, and he may go for some sort of run out here. No, opts to go back upstairs. So there won't be any runouts coming out for them this time. Perfon's going to start rappelling back down, though, and looking to go in through Piano. We'll take out the electric wires so that the ace can start breaching through that wall from the hatch. We see a player tucked in the corner there on Piano, and it's actually Explosum with this MP7.
Yeah, it was going to be Explosive or Ninja, to be honest. Yeah, I say Ninja. Ninja's over there in the standard position over by the bathroom. And this is what you had to do. This is a good way to worm out the lurkers. Heroes
Camera
ability
didn't actually
calling
spot out
everybody.
Explosive, and like, oh, but the
Oh no!
the C4 is gonna find Ricky, and that's going to be a big kill. Explosive finds a second onto Perfon. He's in a perfect position for this hold. Not only that, but the diffuser or that camera that drove past him didn't actually see him because of a smoke. So we're gonna have to see whether Nero can. Oh, but he misses the grenade. You'd hate to see it, but the nade is, I think, gonna hit him this time. No, it's just gonna open.
No,
the
it
floor
got
up a
caught in the
little bit.
floorboards. That is unfortunate, but an Explosive has to be extremely happy about that. He's managed to get 3 kills out of the 5. I mean, Nero has to know where he is by this point, but now it's less of a problem of where Explosive is and more the fact that they're running out of manpower to actually challenge these angles. Nero will drop into that smoke and just be gunned down by falling from below, and poor Kyokai, dropping from the skylight, is going to hand the WIT Vikings a flawless round.
Flawless round to finish up map number 2. And that means that we will be going to map number 3 in this grand final between WIT Vikings and UCC. UCC, of course, still trying to just win their win that championship. This happened to them last time as well, I believe. I think they went up map 1, lost map 2, and then lost map 3. But we're gonna have to see whether they can manage to claim it this time. We will be going to a quick 5-minute break. And when we get back, we will be moving on to Oregon as our final match. Don't go anywhere. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the final match of this evening between the UCC NetSoc Rebels and the WIT Vikings. It's been a hell of a show so far, with UCC winning out map number 1 on Clubhouse and WIT Vikings winning out map number 2 on Cafe. What do you expect to come out of them on this final match?
If I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna perhaps uncontroversially throw my support behind UCC at the moment. They won their map 7-1, which it's just a more impressive showing than WIT's 7-3 on Cafe for their map pick. So as we move into Oregon, I just get the feeling that UCC is a team that knows what they're doing a little bit better than WIT. Of course, that remains to be seen.
Yeah, this is the final matchup for this split. If you have been around for the entire split, make sure throw some emotes in Twitch chat, as this is the final match that we will have this side of Christmas anyway. We'll have to see what these picks and bans turn out to be. Obviously Thatcher I think is going to come out first. And there it is. Oh wait, Monty first. Okay. There's the Monty ban. We've been waiting for that one all night.
I mean, it makes a bit more sense to ban Monty in this map than it does in maybe Cafe. There's just more long corridors and stuff. Everyone's shouting for rehost.
And I think I know why.
What? What's up?
I think these sides are wrong. Yeah, the sides are wrong. UCC are supposed to be starting on defense.
Well, that's gonna happen. It's the only map 3 we've had at all. Should take absolutely no time to fix this.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. We'll throw to a quick tech break while we get the server set back up, and we will just be back in a moment. right, and we are back. Issue has been solved. We are ready to go. All the players have readied up and are back in lobby. There was just an issue with the server when we changed the maps over. Well, issue has been solved. The side should be correct now. And this is now the final matchup of the Ice Winter split. But we're going to see what they decide to ban out, first of all.
I'm thinking the Monty ban will probably stay. I won't lie. Oregon is basically just a whole bunch of corridors, and I mean, the basement hold could be complicated quite a bit with Montagna.
And there's the Thatcher ban.
Oh, well, yeah, of course, Thatcher.
And I think it's going to be followed up by, yep, an insta-lock Monty ban, most likely. And yeah, there it is.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, Montagna Shield would just make holding some sites like the basement just an absolute nightmare. You can't wallbang them. You can't really get them from above. It would involve just getting way too much map control, and yeah, you're gonna have to play very, very carefully around that Monty. And you know what? Why not just not do bother? And now they don't have to. Sad to see Mirror go though.
Yeah, I was going to say your mirror plays are now gone.
I'm just, you know, I'll just rewatch that one game with TUD.
Flash has been
I'll
left
just
open for
rewatch
the
that
first
one
time.
game.
Flash has actually been left open.
This is true, though I doubt anyone will take Clash in a map like this.
See, the thing is like, I really don't know if the shields would have been left open if anyone would have opted to actually go for them. Monty was left open completely last game and nobody touched him. So
That's
were the Clash and the Monty bans throughout the season actually necessary? Were people actually going to pick them up? And I'm leaning to the side of no, really. We may, I will be completely blown away if someone actually does pick up the Clash this game, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, I mean, I against Kaner, yeah, probably, you know, scary Monty mains need to be banned. But yeah, no, in general, I always thought like the consistent banning of Montagna always a bit strange because no one plays Montagna, you know. Well, no one in the league has been playing Montagna at all, even when they have the opportunity.
We get into the final matchup here. So seeing Nero block off the entrance over towards tower. Just make sure that's held nice and tight. Nero's, yeah, he's going to drop down some batteries as well. Just keep that locked off. Profan's back on that onto the Mozzie again, and he's probably, I assume, going to be roaming towards the other side of the site, or maybe even in basement. But for the time being, he's still up on the top floor.
When the map loaded, I nodded to myself and went, yeah, okay, a bedroom is a site people play, and then my brain turned on and went, wait, hang on, why aren't they in the basement?
Yeah, I feel like the two popular sites on this map are both top and basement, bedroom and basement, but I think bedroom just edges it out just slightly. But we will see bedroom started off here.
Caps Lock a bit wary about that board missing there. That could be the prelude to a bit of a spawn peak, but safe enough for the moment. Explosive will knock the door down, give it a bit of a pre-fire. Happily for them, there's no one there. There he go. There go Profan. He has a target in sight.
He isn't. Oh, he just started to sneak and hide his footsteps just as he got there. But still making some noise. He knows there's someone above him somewhere. But will he know where they are?
Unfortunately, Ninja's actually outside of the building, I believe. Well, we're so focused on that, we're completely missed the fact that Fallen's opened us up on the first kill onto Kyokai. That's going to secure the armory and give them a nice starting point for this attack. And with everyone up, they still have Reimer to be able to open up the closet onto the site. Footsteps going around, not enough intel on where everyone is, and Ninja's brave dive into the objective is going to be very short. As will Fallen's near able to grab Fallen just at the end there.
Fawn now. Still just watching out for anyone that's trying to flank up behind them. Capstock looking straight through the floor, and will actually catch any Perfon if he decides to rotate back up main stairs. But Reimer is actually quite low, and Explosm's going to go down. So it's looking a bit dire for WIT, but they're still not out of it just yet. They still have 50 seconds and the diffuser. So if they can pick up a kill or two here, it can go their way. There's the diffuser gone down. Fawn has started to rotate back through the back stairs and flanks
He's on
them
attacker side of the
out.
map now. He's going to find Caps Lock in the back while his teammates push from the front. An extremely good hold from UCC, and yeah, just playing the angles really well and locking out WIT, not giving them the chance to get onto the objective and even risk a bomb plant. Gotta give it to Fallen and Ninja. They were trying to lead the charge there, but unfortunately, when your entry fraggers are immediately cut down like that without being able to secure a kill of their own, it does slightly blunten the charge for everyone else.
So
And
two
we're
two
going down to the
6
basement.
picks.
There
Yeah,
we go.
we're going to see 2 6 pick, one onto a Goyo and one onto Maverick.
For Fawn on Smoke, I have a feeling they're going to be holding the underground passage with Perfon, and probably maybe using a Goyo to hold, and then they may be doing the strat that I've seen quite a bit over the season, and leaving an unbarricaded wall so that they can fall back through and barricade it later.
Yeah, we have seen that a few times. Used most recently in the last series that we casted. It was used quite a lot actually.
Yeah, and it looks like it's being set up as you'd expect.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Interesting. Who's going to grab the lurker role in this case? We know UCC are quite confident and very much prefer
Moving out to locate a
not
bomb.
just having everyone sit on the site. So it looks like Nero's looking like he's heading that way, but it's going to be Kyokai and Cubed for the moment.
Bomb located
Yeah,
by
Kyokai, as we saw in the last map, runouts all day, every day. So, but he is opting to actually go back to the bomb site. So we're not. I don't think they're really opting to have a hard roamer this time.
Well, yeah. Given, all right, Fallen, you okay?
Freaking a bit out. Obviously, hit the DPI button on his mouse. Bit freaked out.
High sense players be like. Yeah, I guess on a site like this where the attackers have a direct entry into the bomb site that they have right here, lurking maybe a bit of a hazard. Fallen taking that angle very aggressively. He's just gonna put so much pressure onto Perfon. The only real question from my mind is when does Perfon start popping the smokes, and when does he retreat?
And we're gonna see Ricky holding the stairs as well. That's gonna get droned out.
I think Kyokai doesn't really know where to put himself at the moment.
Attackers have
That a well-thrown flashbang didn't go too deep. The second one gets caught by the ADS. Third one just caught by the ADS before it goes up, but that means that frag grenade is going to go down uncontested. Not able to kill Perfon though, only able to take out about 25 HP. They've cleared the area, but now they're going to need their hard breachers up front and center, and Reimer is there to help.
Yeah, but Kyokai's gonna get picked back up from stairs. Now a Ninja's gonna push in and get Ricky. We've seen this happen before. In our previous matchup, Ninja finds a third and finally gets taken down, but we did see that in our previous matchup as well. Just one person was allowed walk down that hallway and managed to pick up a lot of kills. Cubed is down to under 25 HP, but Reimer's actually downed as well.
attackers bombed
Don't know whether he's gonna get picked up, and he will. He does have the diffuser, so he needs to get that onto site as quick as he can, but Capstock is going to finish the round before he even has a chance to get it down, and that is going to be round number 2 to the WIT Vikings.
Yeah, a little bit of pre-fire never hurt anyone enough. I can see why they started on bedroom now. Their basement hold is a little bit more tenuous by the look of it, but in fairness, they did play that well. Perfon especially did manage to get out of the dangerous position and get the hard walls, the reinforced wall set up in time. There's just no way for them to stop the hard breach from Reimer.
We're going to see a 6-pick possibly off of the smoke from Perfon onto the alibi. So they're going for more, they're going for a little bit more information. They haven't really pulled out the information defense that they pulled out on the previous maps, but with Oregon being such a big map, it's harder to play those vision operators or info operators, especially running 3 of them, because you really are going to be stretching your team out just because of the size of the map in comparison to Cafe, where everything is stacked on top of each other. So they're just going to opt to pick up 1 on Perfon, and maybe we'll see them bring back out the Valkyrie, Mozzie, and Alibi later on.
10 seconds left before insertion.
I have to wonder if this is a bit of a reaction to last round. Perfon playing smoke, generally in that position, you want to have used your smoke canisters before you have to give up the position. And he didn't even get 1 out before before the grenade stack came in and wrecked the position for him. So this may just be him saying, all right, smoke's not going to work. I'm going to try alibi instead. Perfon getting an early kill into Explosm from the building onto outside.
Yeah, he's been very impactful in these positions. Finding the early kill, I think he's picked up the most first bloods in this series so far.
Bomb located by attackers.
And him being there in that staircase presents a massive threat for UCC.
And Ninja has to clear this out. He did see a teammate go down from that position, so he does need to be careful. Now, Perfon probably heard that Claymore get placed, so he knows not to run out, but still a bit risky. Ninja is going to just break open that door that Perfon is sitting near.
Hang on, he's also got Kyokai upstairs as well, in the tower.
Yeah, Kyokai's watching his right side, and I believe but Reimer is going to get taken down by Perfon. Perfon rotates back down to the basement and catches Reimer as he pushes in through construction. But nobody has cleared the top of the tower yet, and Kyokai might be able to find another kill here if Ninja decides to walk past. But Ninja is going to sneak down behind it, and will he pull off a bunch more kills like he did last round? No, Kyokai from above comes down, picks up that kill, but Fallen Leaf finds 2 to bring his team back into this round. It's all on Kyokai now. He's full HP. He has 3 Legion mines up, but I think that was caps lock C4 or some sort of nade, and he gets spotted out, and the headshot from Fallen Leaf. That is going to be a 3rd kill from him in the round.
Both players extremely low by the end of that, but yeah, fair play to Fallen Leaf for being able to, well, for acting on that intel fast enough and being able to, you know, win the great point and click adventure game that is Rainbow Six Siege.
As we get into the character picks once again.
Yeah, Perfon grabbing Mozzie. We're back up to the kids' room, so you can kind of expect these more mobile setups here from the defense. On the attack, meanwhile, Caps Lock bringing the IQ, probably trying to keep on top of any gadgets that get left lying around. But in fairness, a lot of WIT strength in their earlier bedroom hold had to do with Perfon being able to watch angles, and Rickery and I believe Cubes, I think it was, just not giving up kids' room at all and just holding and winning every gunfight they got involved in.
Yeah, but you notice they actually went for more of a information-based comp this time. They brought the Melusi, they brought the Mozzie back as well. So they are going to be able to hopefully steal some cameras and use that Melusi to give away a few more positions. But I assume it's going to be WIT going for kind of a more a standard push that they've kind of gone for before, using this balcony to kind of push in, breach that wall, and go towards the bomb sites from there. They may try come in from the bottom, but they just need to be worried about the vertical play, which UCC obviously are accustomed to. So Only go for a quick push here. Doesn't spot out anyone in the window. With the drone in, gonna start just trying to spot out these players. I hopes to take his drone back out.
Just try give spook and see where they're at. Ninja's gonna attack the same double window again. Hopefully Perfon doesn't take advantage of this and finds him from below, and it looks like he's thinking about it. He managed to catch a drone in the meantime, and
run out, but doesn't actually manage to spot anyone out. He was looking for anyone rappelling off of the front of the building, but no luck that time. That would have been a big pickup if he did.
of course, I believe they moved the they changed the detection timer, so now that you get detected even sooner if you actually do go for a full run out.
Okay, or Fallen Leaf gonna find an early kill onto Kyokai. That is the player advantage back in WIT's favor.
Go push it now that they have that flank secure. It's all about winning these gunfights. Hero's not one to give up positions lightly, and I think Fallen has decided that he's going to go for a bit of a flank and see if he can go up the back staircase.
Bomb located by
Yeah, Fallen's going for a
Undermine
long
someone's good
flank
stuff.
here. Gets rid of those electrified walls or barriers, so Reimer can start flanking in from behind, and that is going to be tower opened. I believe it's
put Nero in
cubed,
an awkward
or no,
position.
it's Nero on with this only MP7. Manages to take down Reimer, and that's Diffuser, so they don't actually need to fight these fights anymore. They have Diffuser down. That is a very, very big pickup.
I get the attacking from multiple flanks at the moment, but I feel like it was an extremely risky move to give the diffuser to Reimer. You know, send him up tower, pat him on the back, and tell him you're on your own.
Blossom now, and Ninja gonna try to retake that diffuser, and Ninja goes big, gets two, and Capslock picks up the final one onto Nero. Around that I thought was kind of starting to fall back into UCC's hands, ends up just all of a sudden getting absolutely taken apart by WIT.
Unfortunately, too many angles to watch and not able to cover everything at the same time.
Not too many changes just yet from the character picks and bans. We're going to see the Thermite come again on Reimer. We're going to see a Frost come out on Nero Insanity, though. That's something new.
Hang on. That was a timer run out, so I'm expecting a 6 pick.
Yep, there it is. Yeah.
There you go.
Back onto the Valkyrie. Once again, running the two info operators. Legion as their trap operator, Jaeger and their bandit as their denial.
bombs from being defused by attackers.
Although I'll give it to Legion, he's almost more intel than Trap, really. I mean, he gets the actual UI markers for his gadgets, so you know if you're paying attention, which ones disappear is going to tell you an awful lot. I mean, it's not as satisfying as a frost mat, but you know we can't all win games with frost mats.
Or a Capcan mine when there's 10 seconds left on the clock, but.
This is true. Intense Capcan gameplay. That those kill replays.
10 seconds to insertion.
Gokai now. Gokai's actually picking up the bandit this time from Nero. He's going to be the one watching over towards tower this round.
Although he's used his batteries already, so there's not going to be any bandit tricking coming out from tower side. The usual sweeps. Don't want to get spawn peeked.
Attackers have dropped
Fallen
bombs.
will just spot out that the two walls. Oh, but that's two players killed from outside. Perfon and I think it was Kyoka and Cubed managed to get runouts, and that's Reimer and Fallen Leaf taken down.
That's huge. Also, poor Fallen getting killed while droning while outside. You hate to see it. Not even a chance to defend himself. Well, I mean, unless you're on WOT or unless you're on UCC, in which case you love to see it.
Now Mozzie inside, and that's going to catch that camera, so that's going to be the end of that. For Capslock, just opts to destroy it rather than let him use it, and uses his second drone, which he obviously recovered from the droning phase. That's going to fall too, and going to get into a bit of a gunfight here, but not going to find much. Explosive has the diffuser on him. Ninja's going to get a kill on Perfon with a Claymore. That's going to punish those runouts, and going to be a big no for him, for them.
That's a face palm for Perfon. Yeah, Perfon, you hate to run into those things, especially if you've been doing if you're doing so well on your runouts. To finally be caught up by a Claymore, it's almost
just
insulting.
the one too many. He had the air jab out when he's taking that gunfight, and that's gonna be a bit of a risky play there. Takes a bit of damage, but doesn't manage to fall. Trading bullets at the moment.
Oh, he's trying for these swings, but I'm not able to land. He's basically looking for Rickery and Cubed. Kyokai may actually be undetected thus far. Oh no, hang on, that drone's gonna see him.
You can hear one running above his head on the roof. Oh, but Ninja's gonna get into a bit of a spray battle here. Isn't gonna find the kill, and he gets it onto Rick, but he's now got spotted out. He's trying to reload, and he's gonna get taken out, leaving it all down to Capslock and Explosm with 30 seconds left. They find a kill each, and it's all on Cubed all of a sudden. We've seen this happen a good few times this game where, you know, UCC has this advantage, and all of a sudden it swings back, but it's all on Cubed and Capslock now. Fuser is down. Needs to find this kill to keep his team in the game. 10 seconds left on the clock. You can hear Capslock running, so he knows what angle he's coming from. He's leaning into the wall to hide himself a bit more, but Capslock is going to find the kill.
Taker's advantage is hell of a drug in Siege. Yeah, there you go. Easily able to swing around the corner and find the Vigil. Or not the Vigil, even the Legion. May have been wise to try to fall back a little further, but I guess not wanting to make any noise. Probably prioritizing sitting still.
A final round of the half. WIT have almost made this perfect for themselves, and we're finally gonna see the Chichanka come out.
That was a timeout. I'm excited to see it too, but that was a timeout. Cubed is doing that. Cubed is waiting for the timeout to pick a random op for him so that he can pick off it and grab Valkyrie or something. Which, yeah, it hurts me to see. It's UCC are just playing with my heart and picking operators that I want to see play, but it's the way it is, I guess.
Anyway,
breaking our heart, Cubed. I hope you know that.
Yeah. Pretty standard operator picks coming out of UCC. This is what we've seen them do pretty much this half. We are going to see the Maverick come out on WIT though. That's a bit different. Obviously he was banned out last game or in our first matchup tonight. So whether WIT can get the value on it this time, we'll have to see. I do believe it was UCC that banned Maverick the first time. So maybe they know that they like to play it and they're afraid of it. But it didn't get banned out, so
yeah. Well, you'd be more scared of Monty with all of these doorways that he'd be able to hold off. But
yeah,
I'm curious.
Look at WIT. The WIT are watching for runouts and spawn peaks this round, which is a bit smarter. They don't want those 2 kills falling for no reason. Fallen Leaf is going to take a little bit of damage. Not much, just a little bit. But he's already just running in, making Ashes, you know, proving exactly what we were saying at the beginning of this stream, that, you know, taking away Ashes flashbangs isn't going to make people stop holding W.
No. W and shift go together for Ash mains. Oh, okay. Maybe W and right click as well.
That's a big pickup. Ninja manages to pick up Perfon. I think he was in the window. Yeah, he was. Yeah, I think he was in the window in the connector between tower and that upper sight. But oh, he flashes himself. Doesn't manage to get picked up though. And a wide peek, and he manages to find the kill.
Oh, the trades are all going WIT side. It's 3 to 4. Capsog not able to find the return fire onto Rickery. That's cubed. And oh, cubed deciding that's the slow aggression might be useful, but Capslock deleting him from the game for his troubles. It's dead. Just down to Rickery and Nero on the two German operators try to hold off the 4 players from WIT.
Yeah, they're just starting to close in now. They need to start picking some heads off very quickly, but he's gonna go down. And it's all on Nero. He manages to pick up one. It's definitely a start, but he quickly falls to Ninja. And we're seeing a complete reverse of our first map that we had tonight. And we're going into the second half with WIT up 4 rounds.
Yeah, this is a complete reverse. This was exactly the position we were in on the first map. Only the maps were towards UCC's favor.
Right. Time to call upon the caster's curse. Who do you think is going to win out this game?
Are you kidding? That's why UCC's losing right now. I said the UCC were going to win, and now they got one round. I'm sorry, UCC. I didn't mean to say anything.
Well, I think with how WIT are playing, as long as they keep this up, it's in the bag for them. But we never know. You especially with them now being on defense, it's gonna be hard for UCC to win this one out, I think. But UCC are still want that title, and I think they could all of a sudden just get a momentum swing and somehow make it to 6-5, but they're actually starting basement as well, rather than upstairs.
This is kind of what I mean. I just saw this played earlier, but then again, this depends on Ninja. And if there's anyone who I would trust to hold basement, it's Ninja. Him and that SMG-11 go way back. I forget which particular game they played. It may have been against TUD or maybe even a previous game at WIT, but I believe it was Ninja who managed to get away with an ace with that thing. So, look, if someone's going to hold this basement properly, it's going to be Ninja.
We're going to see Fallen Leaf take that Wamai. We're going to see Wamai Jaeger actually come out as well, which is, I think, the first time we've seen the combo come back out since in the series, but.
Yeah, it popped out for one round last game, but it wasn't really used in a bit of an anchor role, and it's not being used that way here either. Fallen's taking Wamai upstairs, probably towards the other end of the map, to try to see if they can catch someone off guard. But of course, most of the efforts of UCC are going to be focused in this underground area.
Capslock going for some quick peeks into construction, but doesn't manage to find anything. Perfon walks into, I think it was a smoke grenade, some bullets, and a Legion mine. Managed to take down 2 Wamai traps, but is in the center of a smoke grenade, and that's gonna be him out of this round.
Comes Ninja with the SMG-11 swing, but unfortunately that close angle is going to be dominated by Cube with that high magnification sight, meaning that breach is wide open. Explosive will use it to get a kill, but it's not what you want to see, and you just heard him there starting to seal it back up.
Not only that was the diffuser downed.
Oh no, that's not the intel you want to feed WIT, especially when they're one map away from match point like this.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, Ricky has actually recovered the diffuser, so not all over yet. 2 players on WIT are actually quite low, so if they can just pick those up relatively quickly or leave them as the last 2 alive. But oh, the trades are just not going UCC's way, and Reimer finds another onto Ricky, and he's also not low, but can anybody finish him?
A little bit of damage.
Capslock is also low. Every single player on WIT are sitting around the 25 HP or below the 25 HP mark, other than Capslock, who I think is on 26 or 27. So they really, really need to find these kills.
They have the intel the Fallen is upstairs, but they have to keep checking it. Nero's just used both of his frag grenades. like any second now, Fallen could come down from that staircase and shoot both of the remaining UCC players in the back. He's going to go for the swing now, but he's not going to be able to land the kill. It's going to be caps lock to find Kyokai, meaning that Nero's the last person left, and he's about to peek a close angle with Reimer. He will find the first kill, but that CZ75 only has so much ammo. He's going to have to land this hit with the DMR. He's able to take down Fallen Leaf. Just caps lock and explodes him left. They're both low, and a CZ75 could drop both, but that very close angle between the bomb and the cabinet means that caps lock is going to be able to win yet another round for WIT.
Yeah, that is officially match point for WIT. So for this game to end, or for UCC to bring this match to overtime, they need to win 5 rounds in a row just to have a chance of winning this game.
I'm very sorry, UCC. I take responsibility for this. I thought you would win. I won't lie.
Yeah, that
Some
first match,
interesting
I
character
think in
picks.
that first match, WIT just weren't ready for what UCC were bringing, or maybe UCC just practiced Clubhouse more. I'm not too sure, but we're seeing Amaru come out on Kyokai.
Yeah, listen. I trust you guys. I don't know about this.
Maybe they're just gonna go. I don't know whether they're gonna go for something fast or they're gonna go maybe for a hatch play. But we're gonna see Amaru come out. They may go. Ooh, I'm just thinking they may actually choose to pop the hatch here and send Amaru in from below to clear that out rather than breaking the wall down, which would mean that they don't have to send a hard breach over.
Yeah, but the problem with that in my mind is you're either flanked by the bandit holding the wall, or you're right in the middle of his iron sights after he's fallen back waiting for the wall to be breached. You need
Yeah,
to
it's gonna be a risky
confirm that that's
play.
completely empty.
10 seconds remaining.
Well, we'll have to see how they opt to play it.
5
It's
seconds to insertion.
you never know. It could be one of those. It could be one of those things where it's one of the most random picks, but then all of a sudden he gets an ace. So
Look, with that G8 machine gun, I mean, look, I like joking about how useless Amaru is, but that gun is a big, scary gun that gets results. Most of the ECC team opting to spawn over by the trailers and move up through the west side of the objective. Starting to think they were kind of hoping they'd make enough noise to make the player in the attic not look, but an early kill like that onto Perfon from Fallen is going to start dashing these hopes immediately of staying in the game.
yeah, Fallen just has 2 right in front of him, and if they do opt to try to go for some sort of peek here, Fallen may just be able to take their head off. He goes for the wide swing and takes 2.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. Pixels of their heads visible to Fallen, and he managed to get 2 with Capcan's SMG. That's going to fill him with a good bit of confidence. And yeah, look at him trying to take this very, very aggressive peek. Kyokai will find one on the caps lock, and in fact, he's in the building. He's managed to get into the kids' room, but unfortunately, he's kind of cornered himself quite a bit. He needs to win gunfights, and unfortunately, he's not going to be able to win that one against that SMG-11, meaning it's just Nero, the only hope for UCC to keep them in the map and consequently the tournament. It landed more or less, yeah, grenade on point, good bounce on that grenade, but unfortunately, Fallen had already moved out of the position, and Nero, with nowhere to go, runs straight into the bullets of Fallen, meaning that WIT have won our decider map 7-1.
Yeah, it's a complete repeat of our first matchup from tonight, but in reverse. And that means that WIT are your ICE 2020 Winter Siege champions. That match was I thought that match was going to be a lot closer after map number 2. But yeah, that was a very shocking victory.
We say shocking,
7-1.
but at the same time, hang on, we have to say congratulations to WIT. Like, this is the first year they've had teams in ICE, period, and they've managed to keep the second place in second place.
Yeah,
Well,
UCC
like, give
really,
credit where credit- we
really
gotta give credit where credit
a
is
bad
due.
time of it, losing to NCI last time and then losing to WIT. But yeah, fair play. Congratulations to WIT. As you said, first time having a team in the tournament and actually coming out on top. just basically just cementing that their team is here and it's going to be here to stay. But yeah, that is all we have time for tonight. To I think wrap up the other scores from the week. I think the only other final that was this week was on Monday. We had the Valorant finals, and TUD came out on top. That VOD should be up on Twitch and on YouTube very shortly. If you would like to go back and watch it, we will have the finals of Rocket League, CS:GO, and League of Legends next week on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But from myself and Nasbrad, that will be all we have for tonight. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and we hope to see you next time.